dog. We going there. We there, buddy.
Brat, brat, brat. Guess who's back? It's your boy Buddy Loco and my dog Big B Rat with another episode of Real Inglewood Moments. And we have our lovely special host, Tiffany Park Girl. And she likes to give a thanks to everybody that did donate and participate with the help for the needy. I don't like me personally. I don't like to say homeless. It like gives them like a bad rep or whatever, and I just gonna say needy, less fortunate or whatever. Tiffany, if you would like to give the thanks and the shout out, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say thank you guys for everyone who donated, the ones that came out and helped with the giving away of the hygiene kits and everything. It was much needed. I
Mm-hmm.
loved the turnout. It was so amazing to the point, like, people was thanking us, and they felt special. They felt like, they wasn't just thrown away and everything. One guy, as soon as he got the clothes off the table, he put them right on, went down the street, took a shower at the little portable showers, and and you can tell the difference of his aura because he has some fresh, clean clothes to put on, some soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, and everything. We will be doing this again around April. No specific date yet, but I want to start telling people now. There will be another link in the I'm gonna make, and if you'd like to donate or help, it would be appreciated. And yeah, I just want to say thank you. So look forward to the link coming up sometimes this week. Same thing, basic stuff: towels, soap, lotion, toothbrush, deodorant. If and tissue. Tissue was a hot commodity down there. A lot of people really, really appreciated the tissue and everything. Even the women. I had some women bags with sanitary napkins in there, tampons and different things like that. So like I said, um a link will be up. If you can give, it's appreciated. If you can't, understand. But I just want to say thank you.
And there it is. You know what
Also,
I'm saying? From all of
also,
us, real Inglewood Moments, we like to say thank you. So we appreciate y'all help. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be doing it again, like Tiffany said. We're gonna keep doing it.
also,
Keep
if
doing
you guys have clothing items, you can also reach out to one of us, Tiffany, B Rat, myself, and let us know that you have clothing items. So when we get ready for that date and we're in the neighborhood, we can pick up those clothing items and give them out. Like she said, she had a whole separate table where she had clothes on there, and they were very, very, very grateful for the clothing items that they can get because, like she said, one man he just really wanted to just take a shower and change his clothes. You don't know
it.
how long these people had these clothes on. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
for the opportunity, just change the clothes or even have a change of clothes to where they can put on the shirt and wash the shirt that they had on. It's much needed down there.
That's
Um,
right.
another thing, Tiffany brought to my attention. So we did our giveaway on Saturday. Monday, the police in the city went through there and did a cleanup. Now I don't know from the people that told me down there that they do this cleanup once every week. Like they'll clean one block and force them to go to the other block, and then they'll go and clean that next block and force them back to the block they just came from. But it's just, I guess it's just to clean the streets or whatever, however the city or the police are doing it or whatever. I didn't understand it, but if you guys do have some insight on that or some news on that, please let us know. And so we don't go to a block that when nobody's there.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell you exactly that's what they're doing. They cleaning the block. You know what I'm saying? They washing it down, they soaking it down, they scrubbing it, and they getting it cleaned up. I see that all the time. In my profession. You know what I'm saying? I see that all the time, and they move them all the time.
Yes.
They got to
So
do it.
basically,
They just let them live, just stay in the filth. They got to wash it down because they be urinating and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
Not not just that, buddy, but the reason why it's done is because they accumulate so much stuff while they're down there to the point, I sent you a clip of the lady that has a mansion down there. She basically
Yeah.
has a one bedroom apartment with a jacuzzi and everything, but it's all in a tent. So it's kind of like, they need to make sure it doesn't accumulate like that and to keep it like Big Rat said. They pee, they use the bathroom. You see, it's not too many porty potties. There's a lot of different things that takes place and everything. So right now, that was basically Karen Bash, our mayor for the city of Los Angeles. She has a program called Room Room Safe Key or Project Room. One of them. I can't know the exact name of the program she has. So basically, what it is if you want to get off the streets, they're putting you in temporary housing and they're working with you so you can become a permanent, renter.
That's
So
right.
it's not done by force. Cause see what a lot of people feels like, oh, you should make them get off the streets. You should make them get off the streets. You should make them get off the streets. You can't make somebody that's not ready to get off the streets yet. So her program is basically when you're ready to get off the streets, we have a program, temporary housing. We give you, if you have a mental illness problem, they help you with your mental illness and then they find permanent housing for you.
Mm.
But, that's kind of hard. Like I said, it's a lot of, you seen it, buddy. Mental illness is real. It's real out there. So we can't force these people to go inside when they're so used to living outside. It's a process, it's a step and everything. So it's a little deeper concepts. But the clothes will be appreciated. Especially jackets. They love the gloves. They love the beanies. They love the beanies. Even if you have kids clothing. Um it was kids out there. I had a couple of kids bats and everything else, and it was a shocker because some of the other people that was with us, they was like, "Damn, we didn't think that far along. Like, Tiff, you thought that far along." I was like, yeah, it's not like these mothers want to be out here. And she looked like she was a decent mother. She wasn't dirty. Like, you know what I'm saying? The kids was clean. She
Mm.
she had a stroller, they was doing their thing and everything else. But when that little girl got that bag with that baby doll in it, you can see like, oh, I got a toy now. And I kind of feel bad because I didn't have no more little boy toys because I have some with race cars in it. Even the smallest thing, even if they are staying in a shelter or on the streets, they at least have that toy to keep them company and everything.
That's right.
So it,
What's
it,
up?
it was greatly appreciated.
Yeah, and what's up, Corey Jones, man? My bad. I seen you say what's happening, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just talking, got some good conversation going on. But what's happening to you, brother? What's going on, man?
And that was one of the most heartfelt things out there for me is to see. And she was a young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was young, man, and she had like two little kids with her, maybe like 3 and 4 or 3 and 5. She
Mm-hmm.
had two little kids with her, and I was to think of myself like, hey, what if I was in that predicament? You know what I mean? Like, what would I do? Like, seriously, I don't know what to do. If you went to family and asked family, like, hey, I got my kids and my woman put me out, and but nobody wanted to let you in, what would you do? You know what I mean? Like, where would
Mm-hmm.
you go? And that's one thing I thought about when I seen her. I was like, oh, like, dude, like, what would I do in that predicament? You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, it's bad, man. It's bad. And all I can do is wish I can do more.
Mm-hmm.
Like what could I wish I can do more, but you can't. You know what I mean? I'm limited, but
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, it's like that
So
everywhere too, man.
yeah. So our subject of today is gangs gangs on the street. Uh, gangs on the street right now is just running rapid. They running rapid. They're just out of control. It's not like what they was back in the days. It's not beneficial to the community. It's not helping the community. Back back when I was younger, uh, I'll give you a little snippet of when I was younger. Coming up and seeing gangs in the neighborhood, I didn't fear them because majority of the guys in the gang were guys that I either grew up with or grew up watching grow up. You know what I mean? How you doing, Red Bull? Uh, it's guys that I seen grow up, or guys that grew up with my older brother, or guys that grew up with my older sister. So I didn't fear these guys, but I knew that they were protect my mom. She can go to the store without being robbed. My sister can walk home from school without being kidnapped. I can play in the street without someone harming me. And not only that, most our community was an actual community. Like the lady across the street, we called her Auntie Vicky. The lady next door, we called her Auntie Barbara. Like it was a community. But the gangs these days are not like that. They're coming from other cities, other states, and they coming here to claim these streets. And it's not like it used to be at all. It's not like someone see a enemy and they say, you know, what's up? You want to get down? Can I catch that fade? And then y'all going about y'all business and y'all live another day. Now it's just like I'm gonna pull my gun out and gun you down, and it's just out of control. It's just running rampant, and I don't see how they can stop it. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Tiffany. What you think?
First of all, like Buddy said, these new age gangbangers,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know what gangbanging really is. Number
Right.
one is when we was doing our stuff, like Buddy said, we'll fight. And if you lose that fight, it's on site until I win that fight. You feel what I'm saying? If I
Right.
lose that fight, I'm not running to go get a gun. I'm not running to go get a knife. I'm not running to do that. Then another thing is too is it used to be a rule off limits. Women and children. You feel what I'm saying? That's out. They don't care who you with, what you got, what you doing, and everything else. Then you gotta realize it's a lot of OGs that's not teaching the young ones on the true definition of gang banging and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. So they're just running wild, running loose, running this, running that. Or a lot of the OGs is either dead or jail. So basically the young ones don't really have the true guidance of a real definition of a gang member, gang banger, and everything. Like I talk to, I deal with different a variety of people.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see the little youngsters and everything else, I told them it's two different things. It's either you're a gang member or you're a gang banger. And they looked at me and they was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Are you a gang member or a gang banger?" Oh, I'm from. No, 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 no. That's not the question. Listen again. Are you a gang banger or a gang member? So after I said it the third time, they was like, we still don't understand it. I said, a gang banger's out there active, doing what they gotta do. Making a name for themselves. They repping they city. They doing it all. Like they not giving a fuck and everything else, but they also respecting the women and their children. Now,
Mm-hmm.
gang member is the one that already put in they work, got their stripes, did what they have to do, and everything else. It's kind of basically just kind of kick back now. You feel what I'm saying? And only come off the bench when need be, because they
Right.
trying to teach the youngsters on how to run the next generation of the set and everything else.
Right.
But see now
Glad y'all talking about this tonight.
these young women are like, you feel what I'm saying? I mean, these young members is gang bangers. Basically, they don't want nobody to teach them. They don't want nobody saying nothing to them. They don't want no. You're not out here. It's different out here. And this is and that. Basically, what you're saying, nigga, is you scared. You scared to get your ass beat. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of you taking an ass whooping like you supposed to, like you feel what I'm saying? You want to run and go get a gun and all that other stuff. Y'all don't get put on no more and two and three people and get your ass beat and everything else and all that other stuff. all of a sudden you just start hanging with a motherfucker talking about, oh, I'm from here, I'm from there. This they call me such and such. This my big homie. Woo woo woo. But as soon as the shit hit the fan, it's either you tucking your tail or you snitching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I
So,
tell,
buddy,
Give me 1 second. Antonio, we're gonna be talking about that in a minute. We were just discussing that off air. He was just asking, what do we think about Worthington, aka Center Park, the elementary closing? We're gonna be talking about that in a minute after we finish this subject right here, and then we're gonna get to that, bro. Just stay tuned though. Don't leave us. Just stay tuned. We're gonna get to it.
real quick, like, look, I got a question for both of y'all. Right now, today, in 2023, do y'all think that gang banging or gangs are necessary?
I don't think they necessary because there's no structure. There's no structure. There's no meaning to it. You're policing your community, but you policing it for your for for your own greed or whatever. You're not policing it to weed out people that don't belong there. You're
Mm-hmm.
not you're not policing it to weed out people that's trying to do harm to the elderly. You're not weeding out the people that's trying to kidnap the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the sexual predators. You're not doing none of that. All the structure in the gang, they call it a gang, but as move as one as an organization or anything like that, it's gone. It's
Mm-hmm.
gone, and it's because these younger cats they come in and like Tiffany said, when the OGs try to put down the how it's supposed to be structured, they tell them, we ain't got to listen to you old head. We out here on the block. We out here running the streets. We ain't trying to hear that shit you talking about. And all he can do is just throw up his hands and say, all right, shit, this y'all shit. Y'all run it. You know what I mean? So all the structure that the OGs put down and the literature and everything that they passed forth is gone.
So you
It's
say
gone.
not,
So me,
so it's not needed anymore. You say no. What you think, Tiffany?
I mean, the way
Is it
it's going,
necessary right now?
the way it's going right now, I wouldn't say what is it needed for. It ain't nothing but causing more problems. It's causing more harm than good. You feel what I'm saying? Because they took away the true definition of gang members and gang bangers. That's why when I talk to certain people, are you a gang member or are you a gang banger? So it's kind of like, to me, everybody wants to be seen, but they don't want to have to put in the work to be seen. You kind of get what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
more like back in our day, we got put on, we had to bust missions, we had to do all kind of different stuff before we even got a name and was able to hang on the block.
Right.
Now, you feel what I'm saying? All I gotta do is go hang with such and such. He he from there. I'ma show him or I'ma bang under his name and everything else, and I'm automatically from the hood. So
Mm-hmm.
what are we still doing it for? That's number one. Number two is the way gentrification is going on right now. They're knocking all this bullshit down. If you look at Inglewood right now to this day, what do you see?
A whole lot of
What do you
building.
see?
A lot of building.
And what else?
a whole lot of white people and Mexicans moving in.
Boom. They taking their city back. You feel what I'm saying? They
Where
are
you
taking their city back. That's why the stadium was there. That's why the Clipper Stadium is being made. That's why they upgraded Hollywood Park. That's why they did a lot of stuff. The bottoms will not be there to this day until they stood up and say, "No, you're not taking this part of Inglewood from us because this is history and everything else. Stay on that side of Inglewood." And we ain't never in our goddamn life had a Target, a shoe warehouse. Even our food for less is gone from right there. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Sizzlers. We ain't never had that shit. We had to go out of our way to even get to that shit. But as soon as y'all see the dollars or y'all see that we steadily killing each other off, or y'all see that, they ain't doing nothing with this land. Let me go ahead and, build it up and all that other shit. And that's what's going on. You feel
Okay.
what I'm saying?
And,
So
and
wait,
you
wait,
see
wait,
it,
wait. This lead us right here, man. This lead us right here.
right?
What Anthony Smith said, what we think about Worthing Center Park Elementary School closing, possibly closing. Why y'all think that they would want to possibly close an elementary school?
You know why?
What they
Because
doing?
they trying
What's
to
the purpose?
push out everything. They trying to push out and build up. So let's just say for instance, they close Worthington, they tear down the school, and they tear down the park, and they build up some condominiums or some apartments on that land. Instead of having a school that's providing education on that land, now we have some condominiums that's bringing in more of an income into Inglewood, and they're gonna sell in rent to Caucasians.
So are you saying they making it kidless in that neighborhood? That's what they want to do? Because where the kids going to school at?
Where they gonna go to school at?
Yeah, where they going to
Sooner or
school?
later, sooner or later they gonna tear down Woolworth, Q, and Kelso.
If you okay, listen, I don't know if y'all follow the politics the way you follow what politicians and everything else. So basically the Republicans right now is trying to make it to the point where it's hard for you to get an education. It's hard for you to, you know, to even get the knowledge that you need and everything. They want it to be to the point where you got to work 10 times harder just to get an education in order for you to even live life. They don't care because it's kind of like, and I'm just being real. I went to college for psychology. I'm not in that field right now. So I did 4 years in college, got a piece of paper saying I'm qualified to work with the mentally challenged, the mental health, different things like that. But that's not my field. So I went to school for 4 years to do all this, and I still ain't got no job in that field because they're making it harder and harder and harder. On top of, I got a background. You feel what I'm saying? Even though that I'm not tripping off that no more because they can't use it against me because it's 10 years old and older, and they can't do it after 7 years. But I'm just saying, if you look at all the stuff in California, they're pushing out the poor, middle class, and lower class to make this back a rich man's country. You feel what I mean, land. This is what they want. If you notice, all these people are buying up the housing market in California is crazy. Some people that I know that own homes in Inglewood, when they first bought their property, shit, they bought it for dirt cheap. Dirt
Right.
cheap, been there for years and everything else. Do you know what their house is worth now?
Yeah,
Millions.
over $1 billion. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Millions of
no.
dollars. You feel what I'm saying? Because
One of the
what they,
homies on the 111 place, just mama just sold her house for $1 million.
yeah. And you know what the sad thing about it is? We see the millions, or we see a million, we take it and we run. You feel what I'm saying? But when they come in, they're gonna come in, they're gonna upgrade it and do that. And that 1 million they done gave her, they're about to get 1.5, almost 2 mil, just for what they upgraded on that property that she had.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Look
Instead
at
of
what.
instead of keeping the culture there, the history there, the this there, and all this other stuff, we look at the money and we run. Instead of us doing what they're doing, you feel what I'm saying? They're getting these properties, they're making apartments, they're saying, "Oh, I live here." Mind you, they're not living there. They have a family member living there with the same last name. They stay there for a year. They take a loan out on that home and look for the next property in Inglewood, and they rebuild it over and over and over again. That's why if you, I don't, like I said, I don't know how you guys follow politicians, but if you're a foreigner and you come here, this application is open every 10 years. Every 10 years, they give foreigners, I believe it's $100,000 loan, $100,000 year loan. So basically, they give you this money to say, "Welcome to America. Start your business here. This and that." Plus, they give the family members working visas, and do all this other stuff. So what these people do is they bring their family from overseas here on a working visa, and then they keep them here long enough. They stack their money. They build their own little community, looking like Chinatown in different areas. They built their own little community, and then when that loan process couple open again, guess what? They done put their family member on. Now they're doing it all over again.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going to make this short. Tiffany, you is long breathed tonight.
Ah,
Damn, girl, you long breathed. Woo,
hey,
going,
hey,
going in.
hey, B-Rap.
Speaking of real
So,
shit though.
so what you were saying was, is gangs today relevant? And we were talking about how they pushing them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say for the sake of the matter, you go and you let's just say you remember the 102 Raymond,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
If you go down Prairie right now, they had a liquor store, they had on 102nd, they had a liquor store, they had a chicken, some type of chicken shop.
Church's chicken, man. What the hell? Why you telling me that? You telling the audience? Nigga?
No, I'm saying I don't remember. Listen,
You don't
but
remember?
if you go there right now,
Mm-hmm.
all that shit is gone. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
they built right there? They built a fucking parking structure.
For the stadium. They gotta have somewhere to park.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. They pushing all that out. So now let's just say, for instance, in the near future. So now you have that big stadium, and now you need parking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right on the end of that stadium, what if you remember where the racetrack for the horses used to be, that backs up against Darby Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, in order to push these black folks out, in order to eradicate these gangs, they hang out in Darby Park. Let's just knock this park down. The gangs ain't got no more. The gangs ain't got nowhere else to sit no more. And we pushing the black people out. And let's just push them out and make this a two-story parking structure now. You see what I'm saying? All that gang banging, it's just irrelevant now. You know what I mean?
Right.
What you gonna do? Now what you gonna do now? You gonna stand up there with your red rags and say, I dare you to come up in this park. The first construction person come up in this park, I'm gonna let them have it. No, they just gonna push you out. First, what they gonna do is they gonna come take all y'all to jail and give all y'all cases. And then then once you get out, you gonna say, they gonna hit you with the gang clause, this gang injunction. They gonna tell you, you no longer welcome in this community right here. And if you do, it violates your parole. So now you ain't gonna be able to go. Now they pushing you out. This is how the gangs and protecting your community, it's irrelevant now. And that's why I said what is the cause? Like what are you fighting for now?
Yeah, well, I mean,
can't even hold your own community.
Do black people really need it though? We don't need that shit right now. I don't think we need nothing like that. You know,
what we need is both gangs, the red and the blue, to come together as one and unite, and then protect your community. Because as long as they got you separated, they can tear you down any way they want.
Well, to me, my opinion is we still separating ourselves. As long as we carrying the gang monikers around, we still separating ourselves. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm still saying I'm B-Rap from Center Park Blood, and he's still saying he Cam Mac from Rolling 60s, or you know what I'm saying? That's the divide right there still. No matter what, it's still a divide. You know what I mean? So I think that, you know what I'm saying, we got to kill the whole thing. I mean, for it to make it happen for everybody to come together. You know what I'm saying? You got to kill it. Period. You got to stop it.
But getting these young-minded soldiers on board is a totally different thing. See, it took you to get 53 to see it that way. You see what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, man. You know, we love 53. That's great, man. I like that, man.
Okay, well, it took you to get 53 to see it that way. But how
Yeah.
can you tell someone that's 17, 18, 19 that's still trying to make a name for themselves on the street? How could you tell them that and they like, I'm not on the type of plateau that you want. My statue ain't as big as yours. So I'm about to knock somebody down. I'm about to knock somebody down until I can get the name of a big B rat.
That's why I say that you gotta kill the moniker and shit. You gotta stop. It ain't no big B rat. It ain't no, Center Park. It ain't no whoever and whoever. They gotta kill the whole thing so it can come together. Otherwise, we can have somebody come in and divide it with the quickness. Somebody do something to the blue side, or somebody do something to the red side. You know what I'm saying? Then they got it going back on again.
Yeah, but see, when you
But
got when you got somebody that can preach to the masses, the first thing they do is chop them down. And this is I give all praise to this guy. That dude Nipsey Hussle was well on his way to uniting the people. He had Bloods and Crips and everything up under his wing. So what did they do? They knocked him down. They knocked him down. I don't care. I don't know the history of what. I don't know if the white man sent that peon to go do that or what. I don't know. But they knocked him down. That dude was on his way to go talk to city council. He was on his way to go talk to city council in a couple of days to try to kill some of this gang shit. He had Bloods and Crips on his wing. When they killed him, they had a march in the street. Bloods and Crips united, walk down Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, they separated and they was back on bullshit because they cut the head off. They cut the head off.
Yeah,
So when you got somebody that's ready to unite the people, in order to divide those people, you got to cut the head off.
Let me say one more thing. I'm gonna let Tiffany get in because I know she want to say something. You had asked about the 17-year-old. He was saying, he want to go knock something down, right? I would ask him why. What you gonna gain from it? Are you trying to gain a name and go to prison? It ain't gonna get you nothing. What you gonna gain from it is what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would ask a 17-year-old. He was saying he wanted, continue to gang bang. He want to do his thing. What you gonna gain from it? That's positive. You know what I'm saying? What can it do for you?
That rep. He wants that
What
rep.
the rep ain't do nothing. What the rep did for us? What you think, Tiffany? What it do for us, Tiffany? What the rep did for us? Everybody know who the hell Park Grill is, Tiffany. What the rep do for us?
Hey, listen. I done moved all over the place. It's places where I just okay. Prime example. I used to live in Long Beach.
Yeah.
But when I first moved there, I wasn't tripping. I didn't know too many people, whatever, because it was like I already know where I'm at, who the I'm in, and everything else. Me and my kids are standing outside, we playing and everything else. Somebody stopped dead in the middle of the street and called me by my name, and I'm looking like, oh fuck, like you feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
All my mind was, get your kids in the house, and whatever happens, happens. You feel what I'm saying? But once I seen they wasn't on that kind of shit, I still had to have my antennas up because now you know where I lay my head at and everything else. But you see, I'm not on no fuck shit. I'm not over here in your hood trying to be disrespectful and everything else. Mind you, when you in the streets like that and you getting money, making money and everything else, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. I done been in 40 hood selling dope. I done been in outlaw hood selling dope. I done been in Four Deuce hood selling dope. I done been in all kind of different hoods selling dope. And it's respected because I wasn't on no blood this, blood that, blood, 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 blood. It's all about I need these dollars. You feel what I'm saying? I mixed the mango downtown LA. And it's a lot of different hoods downtown LA. Like you feel what I'm saying? It wasn't what I wasn't no DTG and all that other shit. Now I was down there making money, a bitch from Inglewood trying to get her hustle on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Right.
And these younger people want to make a name, want to make a name, but it's a territory that comes with making a name. If you get knocked right now, you tell it? Or you gonna sit down on your ass and do that time?
Right.
If you get shot right now, my nigga, are you going back to you? Are you gonna wait till shit die down and settle down for a minute before you go retaliate? Or you gonna go right then and there and retaliate, knowing goddamn well the police know it's gonna be you? You feel what I'm saying? And everything else because you just got shot. It's not. It's a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
It all starts in your mental. You can still gang bang right now to this day if you want to, but you got to be mentally structured for it
Right.
if you don't want to get caught and everything. So it's more like, you it's your mindset. It's really your mindset. Just like somebody said about the school being knocked down and everything else, and one person said that Inglewood Unified School District went from 18,000 to 8,000. You know why? Because people didn't want their kids in the schools no more because of gangbangers and this and that. Or their kids is getting stabbed at school. Them kids is getting shot at school. Them kids is doing this at school and everything. So now you got the people that's trying to keep the community going with their homes and everything else. But
Mm-hmm.
they're not just getting pushed out by the white person. They're actually getting pushed out by these gangs too. Because
Right.
these wild ass little kids don't know how to truly gang bang and everything. Then it really goes back to you guys got to look at it deeper than what y'all see it on the surface. It starts with politicians too.
Mm-hmm.
When we had Judge Dorn, do y'all remember Judge Dorn?
No.
Okay, that's my era. We had Judge Dorn.
No,
You
nigga,
know who he?
it was before you, nigga. It was
Oh,
before you.
Oh,
We all
okay,
done had his ass.
okay, yeah. So Judge
Everybody
Dorn.
but Buddy.
yeah, right.
Okay,
I didn't because I didn't get no juvenile case or anything like that. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Oh, he
Judge
didn't keep
Dorn.
going.
He started in the juvenile courts because he was trying to stop a lot of shit because his son from East Coast got killed and his daughter got raped by some gang members. That's why he was so tough on them kids. So after he felt like, okay, I did my part in the juvenile detention area, he became the mayor. When he became the mayor, and a lot of people was trying to push a lot of different buildings in his neighborhood, or they want to knock this down, do this, do that. He kept it real. He was like, no, I don't want that in my neighborhood. But now you got these new day and age people that's coming into office. But I was so disgusted when they did that Super Bowl and not a real Inglewood native did the halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
I was so frustrated because it was like, so basically you bringing a nigga from Long Beach in there, you bringing a nigga from wherever Dre's from, and you bring in a white boy from Michigan in here to start something in Inglewood, like y'all just I said you guys don't get it. But it was all about the money.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's all about the money. So why we like the school like you asked me, buddy, offline. You say you work for the state, Tiffany. Why can't you stop nothing? I don't work for the state. That's number one. I work for the county. But it's bigger than me. You kind of see what I'm saying? What people fail to realize is these politicians is going behind people's backs. They're taking these bribes. They're getting this money. They're doing this. They're doing that to run people out of the cities that they're trying to build in. Because I ain't never seen them on Inglewood so tough like this. I ain't never seen them on Inglewood so tough. We always had the
It's,
forum. Now we got
it's
the
up.
forum. Huh?
They own it.
We
That's
always had the racetrack. The racetrack was a big thing back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the racetrack
The
and the
horses was
forum.
a big thing.
Those are the only two things. The only two things that's been made, like you know what I'm saying, in
Mm-hmm.
Inglewood Cemetery. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Those are only three things. Now all of a sudden we got a football stadium. We get another basketball stadium because they tried to tear down the forum and that's gone. But you see they changed the name from the
Mm-hmm.
forum to the Kill. What is it? The Kill what?
Yeah, some shit. But you know,
That's
it
what
used
I'm
to be the
saying.
Great Western Front. They changed that name a gang of times on that phone.
But you kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As things as different people, and I just want you guys to pay attention to to the people coming into office. As different people coming in and out of the office, things change. Things change. Next, I'm telling you now, I can bet money on it. Next, they're gonna eventually get them bottoms.
Oh,
They
yeah.
eventually go get them bottoms. But see,
That's coming.
You say they gonna get the
they,
what?
the bottoms,
Bottom.
they eventually go get the bottoms. But see, they've been in there for so long, and you have some owners that are still like, no, this is our neighborhood. We don't want your money. We don't want this. We don't want that. We want our neighborhood to stay the same. We
I hear
want our
that, but here's the thing. I hear you, but here's the thing. You can own the building, but that don't mean you own the land.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where the catch 22 is. So it's kind of like, and then not just that, but then it goes back to the game bangers. You got your kids that's been raised in Inglewood all their life. Their mentality is different. Fuck that. Blood, we ain't letting them come in here and take our mama property. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. But you making it worse on yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So now they're like, oh, they're a nuisance. It's a way we can get them out without even buying them out. We can get them put out behind this. We can get them put out behind that. We can get them put out behind this. You feel what I'm saying?
And not only
So,
that, some people come and they say, we're gonna offer you 1.1 million for your house. And you can say no, 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 and then the land developers come and all that shit. You can say no, 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 no. They got ways to push you out.
and the
They can
thing
push
about
you
it, you know why the bottoms is still staying strong? Is because
out.
everybody in that area is saying no. It's saying no. Because, okay, prime example. In order for them to really like the stadium over there, everything around there, everybody had to agree to to you know sell a shit. They had to agree because you can't. 10 people can't say okay I want, and then 5 people say I'm gonna stay because you can't do that. But when you have everyone in that area was like, no, go find somewhere else to do it. Go find somebody else to do it. Go find somebody else to do it. They're not going to be able to do it. They're going to find different ways of, now they're going to offer you more money. Now they're going to
I
offer
think
you yeah, more incentives. Now they're going to offer you more this because they know that what you're sitting on is a gold mine. It's a gold
you
mine.
see so I went down Prairie what was it, 2 weekends ago when I was down there? And I
Uh-huh.
said, let me stop at the Gumbo Shack. You remember the Gumbo Shack that was on Prairie, like right between 99th and 98th?
Yep,
I said,
gone.
let me stop at the Gumbo Shack. That shit closed down and boarded up. The whole building. And then
Yep,
I looked down the street and it's like 3 buildings closed down and boarded up. All that is about to be gone. It's about to be
because they came together. They gave them a number they couldn't resist, and all of them agreed. That's why it's gone. But if all of them did not agree to that, they wouldn't. But it goes back to this too. They tired of the gangs. They tired of this. They tired of that. They out
So
here
you know
making a
what's
heart.
gonna so the little gangs over there, the Legend Crips, they about to get pushed out. Just like the Raymonds got pushed out. But if they don't come together like two butt cheeks and form an alliance and stand up for your community, as long as they keep you divided, there's nothing you can do.
But
Can
see
they
what
do it? Can they do it keeping their colors though? Can they do it keeping their colors? You know, is that gonna get in? Is that gonna get involved? Make a
You
difference.
can you can keep your colors, but unite the colors. Like. Remember, B-Rat, you was telling me the other day. You said this one dude he had a jacket. It was a red rag jacket, but it had blue rag sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
You got to unite. You got to. I don't care if you say, let me put down my red rag and you put down your blue rag, and we're gonna pick up this black rag as black men. But you still, anywhere it go, you got to come together to push the line. if you don't push the line and you stay divided, if you stay like this and you push this line, it's a harder line if you can push.
No doubt.
But once you divide it and they separate you, they can come through up the middle and divide you.
Right.
But if you like this, hand in hand, back to back, if me and you go to prison, B-Rat, and 6 dudes ran up on us, and we stand back to back, we got a better chance. Because can't nobody sneak up behind. But if we try to face off with these dudes, and we try to face off with 3 of them, there's 3 of them coming from the back that's gonna bust us up. So if these people can come together and stand back to back and push that line, they got a better chance. But as long as they divide it, you ain't got nothing coming. So that make me say gang banging today is irrelevant. And all the leaders that they have to try to lead them in the right direction, they sitting there telling them, we ain't got to listen to you, OG. You ain't on the battlefield. You ain't on the front line with us. We ain't trying to hear that shit you talking about. So the OG homies just say, I wash my hands. And there it is there.
Well, I got a supporter right here. I got a supporter that's down with me. You know what I'm saying? It's down with Big B, right, man. He say, no, they can't keep the colors because they are labeled urban terrorists in the eyes of the law. I think the same way he thinks. We should just go back to nothing when it was, young blood, or you know what I mean. Just go back to where it was nothing before the Crips even formed, before the Bloods even formed. What was we then? Before that, we was black men in the country. Everybody trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? And make it happen. Without the colors, you can go wherever you want. All these stories you hear on the internet, you hear these brothers talking about how they went here from the east side to the west side without no problem. You know what I'm saying? Without nothing, because they ain't carrying no monitors or nothing. Ain't nobody tripping. The shit didn't start tripping until we start bringing the gangs in. You know what I'm saying? I even think that we would have had more black homeowners over there in the neighborhood and all that if we didn't have gangs.
But now we can't push the other stuff either. Now we can't push the Black Panther label either, because you're still labeling yourself.
No, we don't want. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just being black. We already black. We don't need no Panther behind it or nothing like that. We just black. You know what I'm saying? We just black the way we are right now. I mean, the way we were before even the Black Panthers. It was just black. People was coming over here working at Firestone. They was trying to get it. It wasn't nobody tripping. If we can get it back to that, I think that's how it'll survive and make it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about no colors or nothing.
But the problem with that is we as black people, and I hate to say it like this, we as black people, we don't know how to come together, because we're crabs in the the crabs in the barrel.
Right.
Every time we see one of the homies come up, we pulling them down some way, somehow. We're trying to take from them. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that, and everything else. You have prime example like Nipsey Hussle. You feel what I'm saying? Since that's what Buddy used earlier, he was building the community up. He was giving knowledge. He was keeping the black dollars in the neighborhood. He bought that whole little strip and everything else. About to open up a restaurant, all kind of stuff, and everything else. There was a crab at the bottom of the buckle. He felt some type of way. Felt like, oh, you called me a snitch, so I'm gonna kill you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna take you out. Now my name is ringing. Yeah, your name is still ringing, but you're dead. But my name's still ringing. I'm alive. You feel what I'm saying? Even though he's sitting behind the walls and everything else, but he's still alive. You feel what I'm saying? So now you probably got some looking like, oh, fuck that. If he took the big homie out and look, he made a name for himself. If I take this homie out, you feel what I'm saying, and knock him down, I'm going to get a name for myself. Like, I'm the one that took such and such down. I'm the one that took such and such down. We can't do that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Just like we done had a lot of different people with different stores in the neighborhood that was black owned. You feel what I'm saying? But when you got ignorant people, like, the youngsters that don't understand, like, this is your money in your hood. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Instead of trying to, knock them down and get them up out of your hood or robbing them and everything else, It's a store owner right next to you that's not even supposed to be here. You feel what I'm saying? And everything else. Why don't you tell them, okay, we're gonna protect your store if you pay us. Keep the black dot. And I hate to put it like that. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
you're
you
extorting people now, Tiffany.
no.
You're
Hold
extorting
up.
people now, Tiffany.
Hold up. No,
You,
hold
you,
up.
you can't do that.
If you fail,
Hold up.
They don't need your protection. That's why they say they got the pole.
No, hold up. Back in the day, it was a whole lot going on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it was just swept under the table. And
yeah.
they're still doing it to this day. You
Hmm.
feel what I'm saying? To
Right.
keep that protection so their business, because they know that certain areas, that's a gold mine. So
Hmm.
they're willing to pay that extortion money, whatever you want to call it. If you want to say it like that I'm just pucking people out of their money, they're willing to pay that. But see, if they're willing to still pay that, them dollars that you getting from them, why don't you go start your own business? You kind of see what I'm saying? And I hate to say it like that, but it's like, just like the white man out here robbing Peter to pay Paul,
No doubt.
we can rob Peter to pay Paul too. But we're
Hmm.
so not educated when it comes to the whole credit system and everything else, because you can go get a line of credit, pay that off, and get a bigger line of credit and keep it going.
Right.
But we still trying to worry about, oh, I'm Drew from Sinners. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of saying, I'm Tiffany and I'm a business owner.
hey,
Damn,
but you
buddy,
know
you ain't
what?
gonna say nothing, man. Talk to me,
Because I
buddy.
was thinking, no. Remember how she was saying the extortion?
Right.
So they was like, oh yeah, when she was saying like, yeah, you can pay me and I protect you, right? I started thinking about old boy from Gens, right? He wasn't really he wasn't really paying people, but he would hire motherfuckers from Crenshaw Mafia and all that stuff to work in the store because he know motherfuckers wasn't gonna come run up in there.
Right.
You
That
kind of see what
motherfucker
I'm saying? But
was
you see what I'm
smart.
saying, buddy? It's not
Yeah,
extortion, but it's kind of like protection and everything else. Just like, okay, let's go to the whole takeoff thing. I mean, offset thing, or takeoff. When they went to Houston Texans, they always have to hit up what's his name for protection. They feel
hey
like,
Prince.
They felt like
Prince.
they had to do that.
They feel like, they have to do that because they were going to be protected and everything else, and he still lost his life. It's a money thing. Just like everybody in that area, they say that the Houston Police Department is scared of him and everything else. So if the
They scared of
police
who?
department
Scared of
is
who?
scared,
Who
Jay
they
Prince,
scared of?
Hey Prince.
Jay
Oh,
Prince. So if the police department is scared of you, what do you have left? I'm gonna have to deal with this nigga on a level because I'm trying to make my dollars while I'm in his city. If I gotta pay him a little dollars, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm still making my dollars, I gotta do what I gotta do.
right.
Motherfuckers don't look at it like that. You feel what I'm saying? All we see is we gang banging. We grew up here on this block. This is our block. This is what we doing. We not giving it up. Whole time is our parents just renting on this block. We don't own shit on this block. We don't have
Oh shit
nothing.
on that block.
Yeah, we don't. All we got is saying I was born and raised here. You feel what I'm saying? Now I can see if you bought that whole block once you got older because you gang banged in that neighborhood and you did something positive with it. You feel what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But if
Mm-hmm.
you're not, if you're just on the block just being a nuisance, they gonna get you out one way or another. Period.
Right.
Point blank. I'm sorry.
They already did. We couldn't even go to the goddamn community center on 111th place. I ain't never once been in that goddamn community center.
Yeah,
Me neither. Me neither.
The fuck? Have you ever been in the community center,
No, I don't think it was
Drew?
a community center for us. I don't know who was up in there. I never
Who
really
was
heard
it
about
for?
who was up in there. Do you know what type of? Do you remember what type of people was in there? Indians or
it's
something?
I've never been in there.
Well, what
the
kind of people was coming and going?
yeah.
What
I
kind of
think that
people?
Never
was
saw
that.
no. I never saw nobody.
Was it some ghosts or something? You ain't never seen
I
nobody
know it
get
was a
in and out?
community center. I knew it was a community center, but I never seen nobody go in the motherfucker. I seen cars parked outside, but I never seen nobody go in there.
That's what
Oh,
I'm saying. That was a front. That was a front community center for the community. They're thinking like, oh, okay, we're giving back to the community. We have a safe place for them to go, so they won't terrorize our city. Whole time is we couldn't even utilize the motherfucker.
is it still
Only
there
time,
now? I don't remember if it's still
yeah,
there now. Is it still a
yeah, it's
community
still
center?
there.
Is it
Yeah,
still a community center?
Just
yeah,
like, okay, just like if y'all notice, right there on our block, it's a library. How many of us been in that library?
ever. You talking
Where?
about the one on 111 place in Crenshaw?
I've been
Yeah,
in there. I've been in there.
I've never been in there.
I've been in there. Yeah, I've been in
I've
there.
been in there. Listen, I've been in
I've
there
been in
one
there, man.
time. I've been in there one time, and that was back in the day when I was out there. You feel what I'm saying? But once they got a wit, and the only reason why I really went in there is because at the time I was trying to get away from the police. You feel what I'm saying, and everything else. But when they started getting,
Motherfucker, she ran from the police, be ran. She tried to go in there like she was checking out a book. Nigga ain't got a library card or nothing.
It's a damn
so
thing, Tiffany.
so that's the only time I really went in there. I ain't gonna lie, and everything else. But it's just kind of like once they start catching wind of certain stuff, and I don't even think that library's open no more. And if it
Yeah.
is open, I
Oh,
never like I don't see too many people go in and out of it no more.
my card still work. I got a card.
Oh yeah, I've never seen too many people go in and out of it no more and everything.
How you
So
lying, B-Rat, man?
Man, you have to go up in there and get a book for book reports, man, before they had all these computers and shit, man. I had a library
The card
card, man, to
don't
go
work
up
no
in there,
more,
man.
bro.
like
I
he
ain't saying
said,
I
you
went
can
up in
add,
there, and I ain't saying I went up in there all the time. I'm just saying I hadn't been up in there with a library card to do, you know.
Listen, I've been to the fruit stand on Imperial and the fruit stand on 111th Street
That ain't no fruit
more
stand
than
on
I've been.
Imperial.
I mean, the fucking dairy.
The dairy, yeah. Get it right,
Yeah.
nigga. That's the dairy. The fruit stand was on 111th and Prairie.
Okay,
Get it
I've
right.
been in them
Say
two
the right
motherfucking
name.
things. I've been in those two things more than I've been in the library and the community center.
Hey, and Corey Jones might be right though. It might have been a Jewish center.
I
But
was just about to say that he just said something about a Jewish center. And Crenshaw, my TMG said he been in there a couple of times for the tutoring center. Shit, I didn't even know they had a tutoring center in a goddamn in a library right there and everything else. You
That,
feel what I'm
that's
saying?
that's Mike T. Mike T, you
Oh,
been where? He been where?
he said he been up in the community center. He said back in the 80s it was a training center.
A training center for what?
It was a
I've
tutoring
never
center. He
been
said
in that
tutoring center. They
motherfucker.
was tutoring people.
oh yeah,
That nigga
I
Mike
know.
T lying, man. That nigga Mike T lying.
Mike T might need a tutor back then. He was going up in and getting tutored, man.
Mike T was the smartest motherfucker in the goddamn neighborhood. That
Well,
nigga
maybe he was
lying.
one of the tutors.
He probably
Yeah,
was.
but
Hey,
yeah,
listen,
no, I don't know.
when you wanted when you wanted to play Karen or backgammon or anything like that, you had to wait for them to bring it to Center Park, and you could play in the park.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to the community center and played that shit. Never. Even when I did play it,
y'all remember when they used to have that at Center Park? When they used to bring
yeah,
the games out and put them on the
they used
trash
to bring
can?
it. And look, let me tell you how I remember. You remember when they used to bring them out and then they stopped bringing them out? We used to think they kept them in this little that brick building right there. About you remember what's that old white man used to play the piano? What was his name? Bob? B-Rat?
Bob, play the what?
Play the piano next door to Little Moose house.
Bob.
You remember where we used to break dance at outside?
Yeah, well,
This nigga said
I
break
don't know if his
dance.
name was Bob though.
Yeah, his name was Bob. He used to play the
Had the
piano.
little
Lived
dog. Had the
directly.
little dog.
He lived to live directly across the street from Moose. The old white
Hey,
man.
look,
He was the old police.
Yeah, but
He played the
he had a
piano.
little dog or something, didn't he?
Yeah. So you remember the brick building right there by his house.
Okay.
We thought that they had the games and shit in there, right?
Uh huh.
So we took this big ass cement trash can and we ran it into the wall, and we kept running it into the wall, and kept running into the wall until it bust a hole in the brick wall, right?
Uh-huh.
We climbed in there. We thought they had the games in there. We climbed in there with a whole bunch of goddamn lawnmowers and edgers and weed whackers.
That's what y'all get. Hey, look it. Mike T said he know about the community center because he was nosy. He said he went to go introduce himself because he wanted to see what the hell they was doing in there.
Yeah, he's lucky they didn't grab his ass and snatch him up in there and do some change for a little piece of change to his ass.
Oh shit, you stupid. You stupid. You stupid. But yeah, nah, it's just, I wish things would take the turn for the better. Like, I wish we as gang members, because we're not gang bangers no more. We as gang members, I wish we would get smarter and start
Only
owning
y'all
stuff.
two are gang members. I'm not a gang shit.
Okay. Anyway, no,
You
I'm
still
and
a
I'm
gang
gonna
member.
tell you like
I've
this.
been denounced my shit. I've been done
No,
with that shit.
listen, my thing is like this. You can denounce all you want, but once a gang banger, you always a gang banger till you die. If you listen, if you
This nigga trying to get away from that goddamn RICO Act. That's what
Nigga, I'm a man. Ain't no motherfucking gang banger.
I'm a Christian.
say that again.
I'm a man.
nigga
I ain't
trying
no motherfucking gang banger. I
Oh.
gave 30-something years of gang banging.
No,
Hey,
no. I'm gonna
he
say it
was
like
Any
this.
more time or any negative time to gang bang. I'm not a gang banger, not a
Listen.
gang member. I'm not none of that shit.
Listen, okay, I understand that you are a man. Oh, buddy, you need to unfreeze. Okay, I was about to say because you had an ugly picture up there for a
Keep
minute.
moving around.
The
Keep
way
moving
you was
around.
niggas, you a hater. I can never be ugly. If I was stuck like this, I couldn't fucking be ugly, nigga.
okay.
Stop
Let me go
it.
back. Let me listen. Let me go back to what I was saying about rap. And I don't mean that. I don't want you to take it in a personal way.
I
Once you gang
understand.
bang, that you gonna have that jacket until you die. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
understand because some people won't let it go. I understand.
Correct. That's
But
what
I
I mean.
have let it go.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying. You're a gang member, not a gang banger. I get what you're saying. You let go of that shit a long time ago, yada yada yada, and everything else and all that other stuff. You're a man now. You're doing what you got to do and everything else, but you're still a gang member. You feel what I'm saying?
No,
Because
I'm only a member. I'm only a member to my family right here in this house. Trust me. That's the only member that I know.
and I understand what you're saying, but okay, you're a member of your house. Okay.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
one of y'all got to take us out. We over our hour.
We over an hour. What that mean? You done went over this shit 140 times before. What the hell you talking about? You must got a date or something tonight.
Yeah, he do. He wait Maria over there waiting to play with his balls and shit.
The fuck wrong with him, man? The fuck
Yeah.
wrong with him, man?
You wanna play? I'm gonna play with you too.
Who the fuck is Maria? What is you motherfuckers talking about? Can one of y'all take us out?
Yeah,
We ain't
well,
going
listen.
nowhere, man. What you talking about? Who said we was going somewhere? We still talking about this subject, man. Like I got my boy Mike T with me. Now Tiffany telling me I'm a gang. You said I'm a gang member,
You're a gang member, not a gang banger.
not a gang bang. Why do you feel that I'm still a gang member?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
explain
mean,
what you mean by being a gang member.
because, like I said, you're always gonna have that jacket on you.
Mhm.
Regardless that you're not active no more, you done retired your check, you doing what you got to do, you're taking care of your family, you're a family man and everything else and all this other stuff, but you're still a gang member. Once a gang member, always a gang member until you die. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Even though you're living your life the way you're living your life right now and everything else, somebody from your past can be like, that's that nigga Big Rat from Center motherfucking Park. He think that he this and he that now. That nigga still Big Rat from Center Park and he a blood and I'm taking him out. You're gonna always have that jacket on you. You feel what I'm saying and everything else. That's
Well,
just
can I
like
ask you a
that.
question?
What?
How can I get it off of me? Because I'm
Yeah,
tired of wearing it. The
yeah.
motherfucker heavy.
I understand that, but then you're still kind of affiliating yourself with it, just like with the live that you're doing, Inglewood movements. You feel what I'm saying?
Because I'm
It
from
could have been,
motherfucking Inglewood. That's where I was raised at. You know what I'm saying? And it's a moment.
and I understand,
Oh,
and
once you have that Inglewood name,
Help me, Mike T.
everybody,
Double finger me, homie.
just the name Inglewood, they already know where you from.
that's
Why
what
you
I'm
say that?
saying.
How you figure that? Because shit, we got Raymond Crips, we got Tonguing Crips, we got Legend Crips, we got what you mean?
It don't matter. Soon as you say nigga I'm from Inglewood, they like, oh yeah. There's no denying it, bro.
How many, how
I'm
many,
sorry.
how many crib neighborhoods do we got in Inglewood? For real, for real.
Let me see, let's
Think
count.
5.
We got the Legend Crips, we got the Imperial Village Crips, we got the Raymond Crips, we got the Tonguing Crips.
And you got Watergate.
The Watergate's ain't a part of Inglewood.
Why ain't that?
Watergate is part of Los Angeles County. Go up
Why?
there and see.
Why?
Go up there and see. That they cut that off a long time ago. That ain't that. I don't even remember. I could be wrong though. You know what I'm saying? You know, won't you check it out and see? But I don't. Last time I checked, I think they're part of LA County. I don't think.
Okay. Now the blood neighborhoods outweigh the crib neighborhoods. So
Well, yeah,
when you
that's
say,
why they say Inglewood is a blood city.
yeah, boom.
7.
So when you, huh?
7. It's 7B.
So when you say Inglewood, they automatically assume that you're a B dog. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I get what you're saying, Rat. You don't want that label. You want that jacket off of you and everything else and all that other stuff. Just like you said, do you rather be called Park Girl or Buddy call me Drew? Because I'm Drew from the hood. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But I don't be tripping off that. Or do you want to be called Tiffany? Whatever you want to call me, because I know who I am as a person. You
Right,
feel what I'm saying? I know that I used to gang bang. I used to do this. I used to do that and everything else. But I'm no longer like, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to, do all that now. I didn't made a name for myself. They know who I am. They know what I'm about. And I just leave it at that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't need to be like, oh, I'm on here, this big drooping, whoop, whoop, whooping. I don't need to do all that no more. But I know that I'm a gang member. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's what it is. If you die tomorrow, you feel what I'm saying? You still gonna be labeled as a gang member, Big Rat.
Oh, I know it. I know it. They want me to be a gang member, but I'm not.
There's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be a
get it.
lot of people with red rags at your funeral.
You know how DJ Quick say, he said, I'm a gangster. He said, I'm not. I'm a gangster. No, I'm not. Y'all
Yeah,
remember that song?
yeah.
Well, everybody know my name is Buddy.
You know what?
Hey man, I want to do a couple of shout outs tonight, man, to a couple of
Yes,
other
sir.
channels that support me and support Real Inglewood Moments. They support us a lot, man. It's the first one is 89 on up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a shout out to the homie. You know what I'm saying? He got a podcast to do his thing. He be talking some good stuff on there. Y'all go check him out. He out of Inglewood. Also, I want to give shouts out to the Gang Bang Life Coach. Y'all go check him out. That's the homie from Raymond. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check his page out, man. Go check him out. He's doing good things. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of good stories. So go check him out on YouTube, man. And also Frank Lewis, the YA baby. Go check him out too. You know what I'm saying? They all from Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? Go support the Inglewood channels, man. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all be watching us all the time. A lot of y'all from Inglewood. Some of y'all won't even give us a thumbs up. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Show the love. Where it's at, man. You know what I'm saying? Give us a thumb up and support us, man. You know what I'm saying, or something. Tell people about Real Inglewood Moments, man. Let them know we on here. You know what I'm saying? You know, we supporting the cause, man. You know. Damn, buddy, your head look like it's getting big. Your forehead like it's growing.
Yeah, but listen, no, for real, because I see that a couple of people asked about the helping the needy. I'm just gonna say helping the needy and everything else. Big Rat put his cash app there. You can send it to Big Rat, but next week I'm gonna have another link, or I'm gonna get a link and then I'm gonna send it to Buddy and to B Rat. That way we can go ahead and start getting the stuff together for our little, we want to do it around, I'm not gonna say Easter because people still traditionally, do their stuff on Easter and everything else. I just want to say somewhere in April when everybody can get together and everything. But if you want to tell your motorcycle club again and they want to join us and all that, we can, do it again. This time I'm a cook. Last time I didn't have time to, I had a
That's
lot
why I
going
didn't
on.
come. That's why I didn't come. Because you say you wasn't cooking. Fuck that. Fat people
Yeah,
want to eat.
Let's
anyway,
just
no,
do some. Let's just do something simple like just hot dogs. Something simple.
Fuck no,
yeah,
some broccoli or something. Shit. No damn stinky ass hot dog, man.
no, I
Hey,
was,
but it's
no,
a it's a stinky ass hot dog to you, but to the people down there that ain't got nothing, that's delicious.
No, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you this. What I usually do is I make homemade chili beans, rice, and cornbread because it sticks with them. It gives them a full, stomach, and it keeps them
Mm-hmm.
warm and everything because it's cold right now. So that's what
Right,
I used to
right,
do. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
right.
So that I don't be too much tripping off of because I can make a couple of pots of crock pots and everything else. My thing is I really just want help with the clothes, the hygiene package. I got people in my family that's already starting to do some stuff and everything because they know that this is what I do. I used to do it every month, me and my kids, but then when COVID hit, I had to back away from it because we wasn't allowed down there like that and everything. So now that it's over now, I want to kind of start back going back to get it. If you guys like to join, I'm cool with that and everything else. You feel what I'm saying? It's a movement and all that other stuff. But then, if not, that's what it is. But I will have a link by next Monday so you guys can do that. But if for the time being, you can send it to Big Rat and go from
No,
there.
no, 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 no. Y'all send it to the link that y'all can send it now until then. But this link is up here for people to help me out with a new camera and things, man. I know y'all hear my voice, the microphone sound bad. If y'all can help me out with that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get help with. That's why I got the link up here, Tiffany. It's not for the homeless people down there, or I'm less fortunate right now. I can't afford to get another camera. I know y'all hear my, it be squeaking and popping and everything. I need some help to get me another hookup. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking
Oh,
out here, Max, somebody, you know what I'm saying? The Hood Postman, somebody, y'all, send me a Cash App donation, man. Help me out or something, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, man. CMW gang, you know what I'm saying? Shit, Corey Jones always said he gonna lace me with something, you know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody on here, Anthony Smith, Red Bull, I'm Ty, y'all do something for the Cash App. Y'all hear my shit crackling and stuff. I know y'all do, man. Help me out, help me out.
Yeah, so next week I
somebody
have
figure
that
it
link.
out.
I will have that link up for us next week and everything. Like I said, I truly appreciate it. Next week we'll show you some little clips. I don't know if you got the clips, whoever got the clips that we took while we was down there.
Yeah,
So
I got
you
some.
can
I
kind
got
of
some.
see what the whole get down was, the process, and how people really appreciate it and everything. I get clips because I don't like to actually be in everybody's face, when they be talking to us and stuff, because it's kind of like, I don't want them to think that we're trying to shame them or put their business out there and everything. Matter of fact, I ran into, oh my God, a friend down there. I
LSG,
was
salute,
shocked.
homie.
I was shocked to see, when I say I was shocked to see her, I was shocked to see her because when I said she used to work with me for the county and all this other stuff and everything, I was just dumbfounded. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
we talked and everything. She didn't want to give me a hug. I said, girl, give me a hug. I don't care about none of this stuff or anything. But he was like, who is that? Who is that? You did. But he was just being nosy. I said,
Yeah,
man,
he
that's
be
not
nosy,
like,
buddy. Nosy.
yeah.
He gonna know.
And
He
everything.
wanna know who somebody
He
is.
want to know everything. So it's not, like I said, it's people down there that she came from a background, like when I say good job, did this, did that, and everything else. She's had hard times and ended up being down there. Her son just got killed in Gardena by the police. You know,
Mm.
And she was real.
yeah, she from the projects. She from Great.
From great.
Yeah.
What's up?
So like I said, you run into a lot of different people and everything else, but I truly appreciate it. It was a good time. People, even Buddy, that had some, he had some fans down there trying to talk to him and all that other stuff, you know, was appreciated of. how he
He
was
was
doing.
liking the attention. Look at it. He was liking the attention.
Who was the fans though?
Yeah, no, the different people like, that was just talking to you. They were saying thank you and different things like that. Not
Oh,
fans like that, buddy. Come on, because I don't play that kind of shit when it comes to them down here. But they really appreciate it. One guy came up to us and he said, I really appreciate this because you still treat us like we're human. You still
Oh,
giving us
no doubt.
hope.
No
You're
doubt. No
still
doubt.
giving us, like we're just not thrown in the streets and everything. But it was a shocker because, like I said, when they seen everything that was in the bag, they was like, wow, this is a lot. Like it wasn't just bullshit like clothes and a pizza. Like it's toothbrushes, toothpastes, toilet paper, this, that stuff that they really like, you know what I'm saying? They
They
don't give
really
out
need. Yeah.
and they don't really have the money to do it too and everything else. So like I said, next week I have another link and we can kind of go more deep into it if you want to with the whole situation that happened after we left Buddy, if you want. But that's my little comment. Like I said, my other comment, Rat, you're a motherfucking gang member. Leave that at that and we're gonna call it a day.
Man, come on, man. Look here, man. I'm trying to bring it together. I mean, I'm a
We are
ride on
bringing
this,
it
man.
together.
I really truly believe if everybody would drop everything and just become just black men and black women, we will make it. We'll make it. I'm telling y'all, we'll make it, man. We
Mm.
will make it. As
I
long
just
as we
want to
got
say,
the different colors and all that with the divide and all that, because we can come together today, but tomorrow we're gonna go back to our sides and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that everybody just hang out together, nothing like that. I'm just saying you should be able to go where you please to go at and wear what you want to wear. Nobody's tripping about nothing because ain't nobody nothing.
Okay.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? One day, I'm gonna pray on that. You know what I'm saying? One day it'll happen. You know what I'm saying? Something. But I mean,
you
until
going
then,
to that
you know what I'm
Mormon church?
saying? Huh?
You still going to that Mormon church?
No.
Oh, okay. I just thought I asked.
I ain't trying to put
I
you on
just,
blast, man, about the Mormons or something, man. You know what I'm saying? You
I
don't like
just,
Mormons?
I just want to say, when Park Girl put this link out, don't make me get all aggressive and call you all type of names and shit just so y'all can donate and point out all the fucking shit that I did for y'all and all that shit just so y'all can donate. Y'all should just want to donate on y'all own because it's coming from the kindness of your heart. I shouldn't have to fucking point the fucking shit out and call you fucking bitches and hoes and punk ass niggas. I don't want to have to do all that.
Hey, man, we trying to get paid
No,
on
I'm
you.
just
We
saying.
just killed our money, man.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
And the thing about it is, y'all taxes then came, so go ahead and just if you
Who
can
taxes
donate.
came? When you get taxes from? You got your taxes?
It,
You got
like I said, people
They're
taxes
getting
is
them on the 28th. They're getting them on the
Yeah, I
28th.
don't know what she talking about. She must ain't getting no taxes or something.
like I said, I'ma let my source stay my source and y'all
Oh,
stay y'all source.
turn your
But
people on, man. Turn your people on, man.
You
back
do.
to what I was
You
saying,
work for the
uh
county, right?
people getting their taxes back and everything else. You can donate a $30 pack of hats so somebody's head can stay warm. I had a box of tissue on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have donated a box of tissue. That's 100 rolls in there. So that means that would have been 100 people. Even though I still had some rolls left from my last thing that I did, but you see how Buddy asked Buddy was like, well, can we have that bag instead because it has tissue in it? And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, not a problem. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Even though you still got the lotion, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, and all that other stuff, they just preferred the one with the tissue in it because they needed tissue. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day is yeah, we just, when you can do it, you can do it. If you want to, fine. If not, don't think it's a burden or something else. Just think that if you got a gambling habit, just take away $20, donate something. If you got a cigarette habit, a weed habit, alcohol habit, you can take away a couple of days of that and send something, you know, at least it's
Yeah.
going to a good cause. It's not like, you know what I'm saying?
$10 ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
Go
have
yeah.
the
spend
link.
that on a McDonald's meal.
So I will
Okay,
have that. I will have that up next Monday, and we can go from there. and then we can show, I guess, the little clip of you can see where it's actually going and what it's doing and things like that. So I want to thank you.
All right, all right.
Hey,
So look,
Mr. Brian,
on
do
that
you want
note,
to take us out?
on that note, yeah, you know my name. That's my name. Goddamn it, use it.
That's what you
Name
want to
my
be
mama
called.
gave me.
Okay?
That's the name my mama gave me, boy.
I'm
Use
calling
that.
you what you want to be called. Why
Hey,
are you getting so
check this
hostile,
out, man.
bro?
Check this out, man. Look, don't y'all forget, you know what I'm saying, that your homie need a new thing, you know. I can't really, you know, shit, cash that right there, man. Look out for your boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who this was on here. She said something about hell no. I would like to talk to you if you were still on here to find out what you saying hell no about. But anyway, we gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all coming on and hanging out with Real Inglewood Moments tonight. You know, Miss Tiffany had a lot to say. She was giving us some good game. You know what I'm saying? Buddy was throwing some good game out there, you know what I'm saying? And we doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? So y'all come back and check us out Monday. We will be back next Monday. If I gotta come to Arizona, if I gotta fly down to LA and choke these two guys right here, you know what I'm saying, to get them on. Tiffany, she be with it, Buddy. He always got things to do. He's an important man, you know, because y'all know Buddy's you know, he's a jack of all trades. In case y'all know, y'all ladies don't know.
I
Y'all
bet you don't. I bet you is.
if you ladies need a plumber or anything like you need to be plumbed, you know, old Henry right there come right to your door.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
need to be unclogged. You know what I'm saying?
And
Snake
he gonna
drains and
plug
all
you
that
in.
other shit.
That's what is
I
that,
need to
man?
be unclogged.
Let the people see your new character, man. You know what I'm saying? We working on, man. Let them see our new comedy character we working on, man. We trying to put something together here. See,
I
all
need
we
to
gotta
be
do is put you on
unclogged.
there, Tiffany,
Y'all
and you can
call.
be his wife. And I
Y'all
got something
call,
for
bro.
y'all. I'm telling you.
And
Get
I'm
your
gonna
shit.
be out.
What you
This
think?
is
Y'all call Gus the maintenance man, and I'll be out there to do all your plumbing for you.
You got you. You got you. There it is. See there? See what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. We got some funny stuff going on, man. We putting together, man. We putting some stuff together, man, for real. So y'all be cool, man. Love y'all. Everybody be peaceful. I don't know what this girl said right here. We out, man. We out on that note, man. Y'all be cool. Love y'all, man.
all right, deuces. See y'all next week.
All right.
All right.